you one simple secret today that's going to kickstart your day and really make it great. And it's just a habit that I've started over the last few years, and it's really changed my life, and so I hope it does yours too. And they're affirmations. So every day I start out my day thinking positive affirmations about myself. And if you're not sure what an affirmation is, it's basically like an I am statement. So it's like you're tricking your brain into automatically going into positive thoughts because our brains are super powerful. I used to wake up and be worried about things, or something negative would creep in, like right when I opened my eyes. And over time, by doing this trick, it has really helped change my mindset. It's made me feel more calm in the mornings, and it just is a great habit to develop in yourself, and I'd like to teach it to you today. I'm Melissa Jones, and I am the founder of Girls Positivity Club. And I started this club to help girls with really simple things like this that can be really impactful and change your life. So think about your I am statements, like what you want to think about yourself or what you can tell yourself. And I want to be really clear. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you if you do this. It doesn't mean that you're broken. It doesn't mean that you're going through something hard. This is just a positive lifestyle to live. And this is just a really easy way to do that every day and to train your brain to think positively about yourself as soon as you wake up in the morning. So what I do is I think about kind of some general statements. So like, I am strong, I am brave, I am beautiful, I am proud of myself. Like, you can think in just general affirmations. So you can think just those general thoughts, and it's almost like a tornado of positivity. If you think of a tornado being positive in a way, you're just kind of replaying that in a cycle in your mind. So they can be very general. And that's probably where I started, was just being really general. Like, I am brave, I am confident, I am peace, whatever I felt like I needed in that day. And you can also make these really visual by making sticky notes. So I've done that before, where I've like literally put them on my bathroom mirror. And so while I'm brushing my teeth, I'm saying in my head, I am strong, I am confident, I am brave. So you're saying those things to yourself in that cycle. But you can also be more specific to a situation. So for example, if you are going through something hard, your affirmations might be a little different. So they might be like, I can get through this. I am bold, I am brave, I can do hard things. So these can also be like I can statements that you just repeat in your mind. And so if there is a certain area of your life that you're wanting to really work on, like confidence, for example, if you're thinking of confidence or acceptance of yourself, I had a hard time with that for a long time. And so if I'm accepting myself, my affirmations are going to sound more like, I love myself, I accept myself, I'm worthy, I deserve to be happy, I'm perfect just as I am proud of myself, So you're just continuing to repeat these. And until you get them memorized, you might want to have a visual. Or if you bounce around, you say like a general one, and then you say one that's a self-acceptance one, whatever you need. Or it could be a situation like friends in school. That can be, a fitting in. Like, for a long time, I really needed help with feeling like I belonged to a group and that I fit in. And you may not even know that about me, just looking at me from the outside. And we never know what's going on with people on the inside. So I always have that intention, like, you never know what someone's going through, even if they appear to be happy, and they may be, but you just don't know, like, what's going on in their mind. So if it is more like friendship, you could say things like, I fit in, I belong, I have friends, I matter in this world, like things like that. I'm proud of who I am. So these are just really simple ways that you can think even if you don't have like hundreds of friends at school, just having a small group of friends is good enough. And you need to tell yourself that, because for a long time, I would compare my friend groups to other people's friend groups. And I would say, oh, they're so popular, they have so many friends and things like that. Where I really should have been saying, like, I have true friends who love me, or I fit in with my people. And things like that, the more you say, the more you believe. And the more happiness you're going to feel, the more positive you're going to feel about yourself. And that's really what it's about, is teaching yourself, whether you're 3 and your parent is helping you say, I am beautiful, I am strong, and just developing these habits, or if you're 44 years old, like me, where you are just teaching your brain and continuing to do this work on yourself to think positively about yourself. So I want to talk just really about when I do this and ways you can develop it as a habit too. So in the morning, you can lay in bed, and it's going to be dark for most of us, and you can put your hand on your heart, and you can put your hand on your belly, and you can breathe in and out. And each time you do that, you can close your eyes or have your eyes open. Each time you do that, you can say one of your affirmations. So it would be like, I am strong. And then you do it again, and you can pick like 5. You don't want to have like 25 affirmations, because that's going to be hard to remember. But you can just lay in bed and just have that moment of peace with yourself, where you just repeat whatever you need to say, whether it's a category, whether it's just general, whatever it is. And you can just do that a few times. Then you wake up, you go do your morning routine, whatever that is. And so you can also end your day that way. So I like to begin and end my day in a positive way. And that did rhyme. And so I'll start my day with my affirmations. And I've found, especially, I'm pretty restless at night because my mind is just going. And so I don't have my phone with me, like it's there, but there's a point where I put my phone to the side, and I do the same thing. And I don't always put my hand on my heart, my hand on my belly, but sometimes I'll just lay there and I'll just be still. And I'll just think those affirmations about myself. They could be the same ones as the morning, just until you develop the habit. Or you could do ones that were specific for the day. So if you're feeling a little like disappointed, you can give yourself the confidence boost ones, like, tomorrow is a fresh start. I will be a good friend tomorrow. Or you can say, like, I am a good friend. I guess you don't want to say like what you're going to do, but I guess you can also set that intention too. So if we're sticking with affirmations, it's more, I am loved. I am confident. I am peace. I am calm. So if you're feeling like your mind is racing, your I am statements could change, and they might be like, I am calm. I am peace. I am still, things like that. So that's really important. You can also set, and I learned this from Brendan Burchard. He's a great motivational speaker. I take all of the things that I learned from different motivational people, and I apply it to my life, and I pass it on to you too. So Brendan would set alarms on his phone, and you can do labels on your phone. And so you could set your affirmations as labels in your phone, and I've done that before. You can have it on vibrate, especially if you have like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, where you get that message to yourself. And what's nice about the watch, if you have it, is it'll vibrate, and you automatically are going to look. Or if your phone, and this is big, if your phone makes a noise, you're really conditioned to look at it. So if you put the positive labels in your phone at times when it's appropriate, so if you're in class and you don't want your phone going off every 5 seconds, or every hour or whatever, but maybe in your passing periods, if you're in middle school or high school, or if you're in elementary school, maybe you do one right before you get to school. You do like a lunchtime, and you do like more after school. So those are just easy ways for yourself to use your devices for good. And I mentioned before, like, while you're brushing your teeth, you could say them while you're, doing a certain thing, so that your brain connects. Oh, when I brush my teeth, I think of, I am strong, I am brave, I am beautiful. And saying I am beautiful can be a really hard one for girls because for me, I didn't believe it for a long time, for most of my life actually. I didn't truly believe I was beautiful. And beauty is all about who you are. You know, beauty isn't always about how you look. And there have been times in my life where I haven't loved how I looked. But you just telling yourself that you're beautiful and believing it, that inside you are beautiful, it really makes a huge difference. And some people feel kind of weird saying it out loud, but you can just say it mentally. And the more we can look at ourselves and say that, the better. And the more you're going to believe it from other people. So looking in the mirror can be a tricky one. It can be hard to do, but and no one has to be around. No one has to know. Not that it has to be like a shameful thing, but you can just say those things out loud to yourself. When you're ready to start doing that, that's another positive way. And then I always just say, like, throughout the day, you're going to have those negative thoughts that creep in. And I learned this from Danette May and from others. Is in my class, actually, we kind of made our own version. You say stop and flip. So you can have your own, like, whatever it is, your signal word to your brain. Mine is just stop because it's really clear. So if I start to say, like, I'm not good enough to do this, or I don't fit in, or people don't like me, or whatever it is, I just say stop. And then I flip it, and then you're saying a positive. So if it's like, I'm not good enough, then stop. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. You just repeat it to yourself, almost like chanting it in your mind. And what that does is it replaces that negative thought and it reroutes that thinking in your brain to where your brain's like, oh, okay, we're not thinking that way. We're going to think this way. So it's training your brain to actually rewire and start stopping yourself sooner. So I can get out of negative thoughts a lot faster than I used to because I've done all of this work that's really pretty simple. You can do in the morning, at night, less than a minute, really, and it makes a huge difference. So I mentioned earlier making visuals for the affirmations. So like you can do visuals. Oh, I thought I just lost my video. Sorry about that. You can make visuals. You can do sticky notes. I've had girls in my GPC club, my after school clubs, we make signs. So visual reminders of like my morning routine. I do this, I do this, I do this. And it's more than just a to-do list. Like I get up, I brush my hair. So it's like I get up, I go to the bathroom, I grab my toothbrush, I say my affirmations. So it's like having that. I've also had girls do a poster where you can just write out your affirmations. And again, for me, the bathroom, or it could be the back of your door, or it could be in your closet if you like have to go into your closet to get your clothes or whatever. Wherever you're going to see it, beside your bed. It could be something literally you put on the floor, and when you stand up, you look at it and you're like, oh yeah. I am beautiful. I belong. Whatever your things are that you choose, that literally makes you stop and do it. And then if you are a person who journals or you want to journal but you don't know what to journal about, just start by writing out those things every day. So I use Rachel Hollis's Start Today journal, but I've also I could show you tons of journals where I've just done this myself. And so every morning I write down, her strategy is the 10-10-1. So I start in gratitude, and then I write down 10 dreams as if they've already happened. So these are like affirmations for myself. This is more goal-based, but it's the same thing. And I still do those simple affirmations too, but you can also journal your affirmations like I am strong, I am brave, I fit in, I matter in this world. Things like that you journal are really important because, again, it's retraining your brain. When you write something down, whether it's in a certain person's journal, whether it's in a piece of notebook paper that you keep, I don't know, folder of paper. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be something you go buy. You can also get a journal at the Dollar Tree for $1, literally. But it's just that habit of training your brain and training yourself to think about yourself in a positive way. And again, it does not mean that you have there's anything wrong when you do this necessarily, but it can also get you through really hard times too. But when you get through the hard times, and you will, you still do the practice. You still do the habit because it'll already be in your brain. It'll already be ingrained in you. And this is great for adults to do too. This isn't just for kids.